All right, let's jump right in. One of the most foundational ideas in Christianity is, believe it or not, also one of the most misunderstood. We're talking about salvation. What's it all based on? Well, the answer is incredibly simple, and it's what we're talking about today. It is grace, or it is nothing.
This right here, this is the whole thing, the hinge on which everything else turns. By grace you have been saved, not grace plus effort, not grace plus good behavior, just grace, or nothing. Look, this isn't a suggestion. This is the absolute bedrock. And getting why this is so critical, so non-negotiable, that's our entire goal today.
But even though that statement seems crystal clear, it's actually at the heart of what you could call a great misunderstanding, a massive crisis of clarity that's happening right now.
And the scale of this is, frankly, staggering, over 50%. Let that sink in. More than half of people who call themselves Christians believe that they can somehow earn their way to heaven. This isn't some fringe idea. It's a fundamental error that's taken root right in the heart of the church.
So you might be thinking, okay, it's a common mistake, but is it really that big of a deal? I mean, is this just a small theological detail we can kind of gloss over?
The answer is a hard no. It's not a minor error, it's a dangerous one. And this gets us to what I call the danger of do more, where we're going to see that when you add anything to grace, you don't just change it, you actually destroy it.
And the stakes couldn't be higher. I mean, listen to this from Galatians. If righteousness were through the law, then Christ died for no purpose. Wow. The implication there is just devastating. The moment we try to add our own efforts into the mix, we're basically saying the cross wasn't enough. We're nullifying its power.
This is the perfect way to picture it. The second you add works, salvation stops being a gift that you receive, and it turns into a ladder you have to climb. And guess what? That ladder has no top. It's an exhausting, impossible task from the very first rung.
And the contrast between these two ways of thinking is it's night and day. Religion puts you on this endless treadmill, constantly screaming, do more, try harder. But the message of grace is one of total finality. It is finished. Christ did it all. See, that's a declaration of a completed work, not an assignment for you to start your own.
And this isn't just abstract theology, This has painful, real-life consequences. Trying to earn your salvation leads straight to exhaustion. It leads to rigid legalism. Obedience becomes this heavy pressure instead of joyful worship. And your assurance? It just evaporates. Because how could you ever be sure you've done enough? In the end, the gospel itself gets stripped of all its glory.
Okay, so if works can't save us, what are they for? Do they matter at all? Oh, absolutely. But they have to be put in their proper place. The key is understanding that good works are the fruit of salvation, never, ever the root.
This distinction is so simple, but it's so powerful. It changes everything. Good works are the result of being saved, not the requirement for it. They're the natural evidence that grows from the root of grace. They show a changed heart, but they never, ever cause it.
And this isn't just a nice idea. It's laid out so clearly in the book of Romans. To the one who does not work, but believes, his faith is counted as righteousness. The contrast is unmistakable. It's about believing, not working, for justification before God. Period.
So ultimately, this whole thing just comes down to one simple idea: letting grace be grace. It's not a backup plan. It's not one of many options on the table. It is God's one and only plan.
And what does pure grace do? It completely cancels boasting. There's just no room for it. If salvation is a gift so that no one may boast, then there are no trophies to be won. We bring absolutely nothing to the table. And this truth just levels the playing field, removing all human pride and leaving room for only one thing: worship.
So what's the takeaway? First, remember this. Salvation is based on just grace, pure, unearned, freely given.
Second, it's about just Jesus. He's the one who did it all. He's not a helper who assists your efforts. His work is complete.
And third, it is received by just faith. That's it. That's the complete formula. Grace alone, through faith alone, in Christ alone. No additions, no fine print. Which brings us right here to the bottom line. Salvation is 100% mercy and 0% merit. So the proper response isn't to grit your teeth and try harder. It's to do something totally different. Rest.
Just rest in it. Stop striving and simply receive the gift.